Hello grade 4 learners, my name is Teacher L and welcome to our science class quarter 3 week 5, and today we will be describing motion using distance versus time graphs. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to learn the following objectives: construct a simple distance versus time graph, identify if an object is stationary or moving at a uniform speed using the line graph. Get ready for our quick drill. I will flash a word on the card and your task is to recite its definition as quickly and accurately as possible. Stay sharp and think fast. Let's begin. Distance. Okay, now distance describes how far a moving object or person has traveled. Next word is speed. That's right, it describes how fast or slow an object or person has traveled. How about motion? Very good. Motion describes the movement of an object from one place to another. Position. Okay, position describes the place or point where something or someone is located. Next is travel time. Okay, travel time describes the time it takes to go from one place to another. Now, take a look at this picture of cars on the highway. Do you think each car is moving at the same speed, or are some moving faster than others? So today, we'll learn how to show how fast something is moving by using a graph. Graph shows us exactly how fast and slow things are moving, even if we only see them at the beginning and end. Here are some definitions on the screen to remind you of important terms we use when describing the parts of a line graph. Title: it describes the content or purpose of the graph. Axis: the line graph contains two axes, horizontal and y-axis. Labels: the name given to the x-axis and y-axis. Line: it is the line segment that is used to connect two or more data points. Now think about the time when you had to travel somewhere. Can you remember how far it was and how long it took you? For example, you went to your friend's house and it took about 15 minutes. Before we dive into how to represent this, let's quickly review some key terms. Distance. Distance is how far something is from one point to another. For example, like the distance from your house to the store. Time. Time is how long it takes to get from one place to another. Example is how long it takes to walk or drive there. Now, how do you think we could show the journey from home to school on paper? What kind of information would we need to include to describe the trip? Okay, we need to know how far it is and how long it takes. Imagine you're watching a thrilling race, cars zooming across the track, a blur of speed and color. But how do we really know which car is in the lead? What if we could capture the excitement of the race, not just in snapshots, but in a story of movement? This is exactly what line graphs do for motion. Think of each car in the race as a dot on a line. So as time passes, those dots trace the journey of each car, showing us how far it's gone, how fast it's moving, and if it's speeding up or slowing down. So a line graph is like painting a picture of the race using numbers. It helps us understand the motion of the cars, who's moving fast, who's slowing down, and who's changing pace. So, why are line graphs so important when it comes to understanding motion? Let's break it down. First, line graphs make the invisible visible. When we watch something move, we can't always see the details of how it's changing. But a line graph shows us exactly how things are moving over time, like the speed, distance, and changes that happen during the motion. Second, they tell stories of motion. Think about a race again. Each car's movement is like a chapter in a story. The graph helps us follow that story by showing us the car's journey over time, how fast it's moving, and if it speeds up or slows down. So by using line graphs, we can understand the details of motion in a way that words or pictures alone can show us. Now, what is a line graph? A line graph is a unique type of graph that is commonly used in science. It is particularly useful for displaying trends and changes over a continuous interval or period. Before making our first line graph, let us first know its parts. Title. It describes the content or purpose of the graph. Axes. The line graph contains two axes, the x-axis and y-axis. The x-axis represents the horizontal line and the y-axis represents the vertical line. Now, the x-axis typically represents the independent variable, example is time, while the y-axis represents the dependent variable, example is the distance. Labels. The name given to the x-axis and y-axis. Line. It is the line segment that it is used to connect two or more data points. Data point. A data point represents a specific value or measurement for a given variable at a particular point in time. Now let's create our very first line graph. Below is some data showing how fast the car is moving towards the north. The time is shown in seconds and the speed of the car is in meter. So our job is to plot this data on a graph and see how the car's speed changes over time. Now, how to draw a line graphs? First, label the axis. Add labels to the x-axis and y-axis. You can also include the unit of measurement. Number 2, determine the variables. The first and foremost step to creating a line graph is to identify the variables you want to plot on the x-axis and y-axis. Choose appropriate scales. Based on your data, determine how many units each grid line or division represents. The x-axis and y-axis must have equal intervals based on your chosen scale. Plot the points. Plot the individual data points on the graph according to the given data. The time goes on to the x-axis and the corresponding position goes on to the y-axis. Next is connect the points. After plotting the points, you have to connect those points with a line. Then, add title. After completing the graph, you should provide a suitable title. Then interpret the graph. Look for patterns such as constant speed or periods of rest. Consider the slope of the graph as it provides information about the speed of the object. Lastly, review and revise. Now let's take a look at the distance time graph. This graph shows how far the car has traveled over time. What do we see here? So as time moves forward on the x-axis, which represents the horizontal line, the distance traveled by the car increases on the y-axis, the vertical line. If the graph is steep, it means the car is moving quickly because it's covering more distance in less time. Now, if the graph is flat, it means the car has stopped because there's no increase in distance. So, for example, if the line goes up slowly, that means the car is traveling at a slower speed. So, if the line is steeper, it means the car is moving faster. The slope of the line helps us understand the speed of the car. This is how we can use distance time graphs to interpret speed and movement over time. Now this time we'll follow Turbo Turtle in the Great Reef Race. By plotting Turbo's movement on a line graph, we'll see how his speed changes during the race. Are you ready? Okay. Meet Turbo Turtle. He's not your average turtle. Today is the Great Reef Race, and the Turbo is determined to prove he's the fastest underwater swimmer in his class. He sets off from the starting line, zipping through the coral tunnels and seaweed forest. But watch out for Mr. Stingray, who likes to zoom past and splash Turbo with his tail. Now you may graph Turbo's data and describe his motion throughout the race in your notebook and answer the following process questions. Now this time, in a sheet of paper, write and arrange the steps in making a simple line graph. And for your assessment part, examine the distance versus time graphs below and identify which among them is stationary, moving at a constant speed, or going back. Do this in your paper. That's the end of our lesson. Good job, grade 4. Until next time, have a wonderful day.